الآن يبدأ عرضنا الإثرائي بعنوان لغة التأثير المشتركة. نتمنى لكم وقتا مؤثرا. The enriching session titled The Universal Language of Influence is now beginning. We wish you an inspiring and impactful time.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for having me. First I'd like to say it's a big honor to be here today in this event for the impact makers. And I'll tell you a little bit about myself. So I'm an artist and I was born in Jeddah in Saudi, and I did not expect to be here today, to be honest with you. I mean that in every way. Yesterday, I came from a rehearsal flight in London making music. I never thought I would be paid to make music. I never thought this would be possible as a career when I was growing up. But things are changing quite drastically here in the region. And alhamdulillah, because of that, I'm here sitting today talking to you, and we are all here today as well, making a change. عندنا فن يا أبويا. So I'll tell you a little bit about myself and my story. We begin in 2009 when I break my arm. Before this, I was not doing music at all. I was not playing any instruments or singing or anything like this. But subhanAllah, after breaking the arm, they say everything has a reason. And the nerve damage caused by the injury, the physiotherapy, was the guitar. So that became the outlet and also what repaired my arm. At the same time, I grew up with all brothers. So in my household, we didn't really talk about our feelings very much, to be honest with you. Thankfully, music was my outlet, and I began to write. And I would write non-stop. I've been writing since I was 9 years old, and I'm still writing today, I'm 25. All throughout high school, every day, writing. And you start to realize that no matter what you do in life, if you stick to it, and you just don't stop, and you keep trying to improve every day, you will find yourself at an incredible point. But you won't even realize it until you get there, really. And for me, that came when I was playing music for my friends like this in my dormitory. That was actually in boarding school. And I was just, I would not even make my bed, as you can see. I'm just too busy writing the song. It's a passion. And when you find the love like this for passion, you have to follow through with it. And that's what I tried to do. Alhamdulillah, 2017 happened. And then there was the awakening happened in Saudi. And I became the first to be accepted to this recorded music institute at NYU, Tisch, the School of the Arts. I was the only Arab over there. Thank you. And yeah, honestly, my family thought I was crazy at first for trying to go, but this is a very proper, as you can see, it's a 4% acceptance rate. This is like Harvard for the arts. And that we need to start realizing that, this can really have an impact on our kids' lives. And you will start realizing that it also starts to affect people around you. So in my first year there, I would just put out these little clips of music, and people started taking them and connecting with them and sampling them. And then this started spreading across all throughout the globe. People who didn't even know what I was saying at some points, and people just put your own interpretations over music, over the feelings it gives. Because nothing in this world travels as far or connects as deeply as music. It's so fast. And as I was sitting in my dorm room eating noodles and playing video games, I was also making this music along with random people that I would meet online. Now, something that a lot of people don't realize is that here in Saudi, this is a very young country. 70% of us under the age of 30. 70%. 60% of us under the age of 25. We grew up with the internet. We grew up exposed and connected to the world. And that's why I heard someone earlier say in the audience, عندنا فن يا أبويا. I really think we do. Because we grew up in a very unique position where the majority of us are fresh minds, open minds. And in the world of art, there's nothing more beautiful or valuable. So I think it's only a matter of time until the world starts seeing the art that comes out of Saudi Arabia. And I mean that not just music. I mean that even in clothes, like fashion, movies, everything, visual arts, everything. It really shapes perspectives. This was a 1:48 video. It was the first music video that I ever made. And it was with me and my cousin, Sultan Tamer. He was doing film school and I was doing music school. And then we came back to Jeddah and we made this video. And this video, we didn't think anything was going to happen with it, but it reached a lot of people and it started basically my music career. It had an impact and influence around it. And for the first time, we had people from the global major record labels looking at someone from the Middle East, in a sense, without even realizing where they're from. So, of course, I loved it when I had access to music. So I ended up living in the recording studio. And then COVID hit, and I stayed there for 2 years. Again, writing, producing, every day, and never stopping. And I remember there was one point where my father, who, like, whenever I would tell him before, he would be like, hey, if you're gonna do music, you're gonna be a clown. You know, like he didn't understand it at first. He was not very supportive at first. Today, he's extremely supportive. And this switched entirely because of my first show. I don't know if it's popping up. Yep, this was it. My first show was here in Riyadh as part of, it was Middle Beast. And it was the first time that I got to meet the actual people, the fans, not just numbers on a screen, but these are real humans. These are real people that, like, you connect with through music. These are real lives that you affect. When we saw this, then people started posting the videos, and then they did really well on TikTok, alhamdulillah. And then we came back next year, we did it again, and it got even bigger numbers, alhamdulillah. And now we are going on tour. We sold out shows in London. We've had lots of fan base. This is the thing that really, that's really interesting. Guys, young kids, these are minds open to influence, and my God, they can be so talented. These drawings, a lot of them were made by people very young, and also a lot of them were made by people from all ages, coming with their own posters to shows. There's a championship, there's passion within the people, because we haven't had this. We saw when K-pop came and it was very big and stuff like this, and you even had people learning Korean. But I really think there is soon to be something coming out of this country that can affect the world. And it will change the way people view us entirely. Just this year we had a National Day, some people from Mexico, from the fans, and Taiwan and everything like this, changing their profile pictures to the flag of Saudi. Why? So that they can show support. And also because they see us in a different way than maybe their parents or some other people did. Because you have human connection. This changes everything. It's not like an advertisement that you see on YouTube. It's person-to-person human connection. This shapes perspectives in an entirely different way. It allows us to see that we are all human beings. We're all one republic. This is a band. This was after doing some shows and everything. We got attention from this very notable band, one of the bands I grew up with listening to, صناع. And I've had the honor to tour with them for the last 2 years as well, on their world tour. And this coming year, inshallah, we'll be going to the States together, the final part of the tour. These guys were the first guys to ever play a rock show here in Saudi, when after the awakening, when everything started opening up. And now they're also the first people to have someone from Saudi come with them on tour globally. Because they realized the music, when you look at the numbers, it's not stuck in the Arab world. It's not only in Arabic or one language. It's mostly English, a little bit of Arabic, a little bit of Spanish. And I think because of that, it's managed to reach 180 countries in the last year alone. And it's increasing every year, alhamdulillah. You can truly influence and make an impact if you shoot for the stars. And I think we're doing that here. I mean, in this country. And eventually we will get there. We will change perspectives and we will create economies for ourselves. This is what happened with us. We did afterwards the first sold out UK tour show. And for any Saudi artist to do. And these people in the audience, as you can see, they're not Saudi. This is outside. And I remember when I was 19, when I was in music school, you had business music people and executives telling me, hey, maybe it's a good idea to not say you're Saudi, to say something else, blah, blah, blah. No, I think that's terrible. We're human too. And we make incredible art. And we should also have the chance to show people more of what we can do, of what we are capable of. And that we're not what someone thinks we were. This is an ever-changing country, and ever-growing. And it's young, it's youthful, it's fresh, it's open. So why not? Why not shoot for the stars and see how far it can take us? Why not try to make as big hits as we can with our impact and influence as many people as we possibly can? This year I'll end on a final note, which was released my first album, alhamdulillah, my debut album. Thank you. It's called Home is Changing. And as you can see, the shot was done near my house in Jeddah, like about an hour away. And you had a river that we found, and a green meadow, and the design as well of everything, the outfit, and I'm pointing here, but I'm really pointing at this. The outfit and all of this, it's supposed to symbolize this new perspective and also changes. It's called Home is Changing. And if the desert can become green, then I think truly anything is possible. And if there is anything I would like to leave you with today, is to please don't be afraid to water your garden. And hey, don't think that the desert can't turn green, because we can see it definitely has. This was shot in Saudi Arabia and now it's green. So anything is possible. And please go for it. Make that desert green. Thank you.